All opinions expressed on this presentation are of the individuals themselves. This is for adults only and may contain discussions likely to offend.
Hello, welcome to Bald Statements. I am Gary.
Oh, he's a fucking bellend. He is such a dick. They don't identify as England, so why the fuck are you wearing that? They identify. You've waited till I've got rolled up out there to sit down in that and fucking go. They don't even identify as England. You're wearing a fucking Welsh flower on an England top. Fuck's sake. Brilliant. Right, don't even start. I don't even care. Yeah, whatever. I'm not having that.
England Rose.
Whatever. I'm not having that. No, look, you fucking. That's nothing to do with England.
What,
The fuck? No. Liverpool. They don't want. We're not
in England.
No, they say we're not English. We're Scouse. They're proud of the fact that
Liverpool's in England.
Yeah, I know that. Most people. My dog knows that, but Scousers don't. They think that Scouse is its own fucking place, don't they? The fucking.
Welcome to Bald Statements.
This is Will.
The show where Will definitely doesn't get triggered.
And this is Bert. I've got some stats about England that will get
You
Will
got
triggered.
Gary's stats of the week.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
Have you got facts before we
I've got a fact. Hang on.
kick off?
I like it.
These are broken. So,
What?
vanilla wafers. Well, they're all broken now.
A crocodile cannot stick out its tongue.
It's such a shit fact for the subject. Well, you don't have crocodiles in England.
Doesn't matter.
You've got them at the zoo.
Yeah. Cool. Go with your England facts, because that was shit.
These are related to the topics, as you know.
Yeah.
England. England is a country that is part of the United Kingdom. The country is located on the island of Great Britain, of which it covers roughly 62%.
Great Britain's not an island.
What the fuck is it then?
Not an island. Great Britain is not an island. United Kingdom.
It's not
is
an
island.
island.
Yeah.
No, I get
Great
it.
Britain is an
not-
island.
No, Bert's just clarified as well. You're
It's a collection of islands. It's not just one. You've got Isle of Man, Isle of Scilly.
And over 100 smaller adjacent islands.
Yes, but fuck off with the shirt now. I'm not agreeing with you.
Great Britain is an island. It's surrounded by water. It also has over 100 adjacent islands.
So let's just go with
So
it.
it's not an island then.
Let's
It's
just go with
islands.
it.
It's plural.
Let's just go with it. Flatly. Let's just go with
Let's
it.
just go with it to shut him up, yeah?
It has land borders with Scotland to the north and Wales to the west, and is otherwise surrounded by the North Sea to the east, the English Channel to the south, and the Celtic Sea to the southwest, and the Irish Sea to the west. The population was 56,490,048 at the 2021 census. London is the capital.
That's about right, because I reckon there's 65 million here, and that's 9 million immigrants, and we don't know their whereabouts, so yeah, that's about right.
How
According
do you
to
know
the
there's 9 million of them?
According to the 2021 census, the ethnic groups,
Oh god, here we go.
81% white.
Fuck off. No chance. You got the 8 mixed up with a 2.
Hang on,
Fucking having a laugh.
Let him finish.
I'm going to let him
Because
finish.
you said you were talking about the ones that we don't know about. These are ones on the census.
Census,
Kind of backing up what you were saying.
which
So
you've got to do by law.
you reckon there's so many illegals?
Yeah, law, yeah, because they follow the law.
9.6
Exactly.
9.6% are Asian, 4.2% are black, 30% mixed, and 2.2% are other. According to the census. Religion. It's 46.3% Christianity,
So this was a Christian country once.
36.7% no religion, 6.7% Islam, 1.8% Hinduism, 0.9% Sikhism, 0.5% Judaism, 0.5% Buddhism, 0.6% other, and 6% not stated. The flag is the St George's flag, adopted by England in 1190. Discuss, Will. Discuss.
Yeah, so that
Can we
census
put
is a
that
load
there
of
so I can see them to quote from them?
Like a little.
So that census is a load of shit. That's obviously been. There's no chance this country.
So the
You go to London, Bradford, Leeds, Luton, Peterborough.
So nearly
Nottingham.
half of the country is Christian, and the second biggest religious group, if you could call them that, atheists. Only 6.7% are Islamic.
Yeah, that's because most of them aren't on the census.
Yet,
Yep.
popular opinion, correct or otherwise, says that they're a big threat.
Of course I
I
am.
wonder what other is.
You get those fucking idiots who think they're Star Wars people, I suppose, don't you?
Yes.
Jedis.
Yeah, Jedi's or those.
Scientologists.
Oh god, yeah, that's
Who are
true.
those people who do what's the
But Christians, I think, are the biggest.
Star Trek? The live long and prosper fucking
Trekkies.
dickheads.
Yeah.
Yeah, them. They think that's a religion, don't they?
I've never read that one. I've read Star Wars. Christianity is a big group, and that's why I say that they're more terrifying
Yeah.
because they have the power. They have the power to change the votes. We've got the current king. Well, any monarch is the head of the church.
That's cool. In the last 50 years, I'm still waiting to see how many Christians are going to.
In the last 50 years, you've only been on the fucking planet, 39 of them.
Exactly. But I can go back further now. Last 50 years, it'd be interesting to see how many Christians have gone up there and either blown up planes, blown up buildings, blown up concerts with children, taken children abroad out of this country to have their vaginas mutilated, had honour killings where women are killed or raped and then stoned to death for adultery, for being raped with this peaceful religion. I'm yet to see that with Christianity at all. Don't get me wrong. Back in the day,
Don't think
back
that
in the day, 2,000 years ago.
Don't think that I'm a supporter of Islam either.
No.
I'm
yeah.
not.
Let's see.
I'm not. But I
You-
don't think it's as big a threat as Christianity.
It was a French teacher a couple of years ago who had the audacity to draw a picture of Allah on a board. The next thing, he's getting death threats. People are getting stabbed and murdered in France and riots.
Yeah, I remember. It was ridiculous.
Because it's legit.
And
Because
then
of a
you had
picture.
that French newspaper that printed it, and they were.
Yep.
I think it was called now.
Yes, I know what you mean.
Oh,
I don't want to Google it.
Yes.
I know what you mean.
But yeah, I'm not an Islam supporter at all.
Well, saying that
I
Christianity
just think
is
that
a
Christianity is the
threat.
biggest threat because they're more likely to impose on my life, my lifestyle.
Not worried. I think with your own lifestyle now, I think we're at the age where it's not going to be us. It'll be our children. They'll have to suffer. And like I say, I've never.
I think this 36.7% there's no religion. Hopefully that will grow every fucking year until none of the others are relevant enough to be an issue.
I agree, but
How often do you do a census? It is every 10 years, isn't it? Census.
Yeah.
that'll be mental next time.
So I put this England one in quite short notice. I was intrigued by the recent, I mean this will be a month ago now when this goes out, probably more than that, the recent controversy regarding the England flag on the Nike kit
Ah, yes.
on the back of the collar. Is that who it was? The back
Yeah,
of
on the back of the football where they changed it to purple. Yeah.
Do we know why they've done it? Why?
Inclusivity
For who?
for everybody.
What's purple got to do with it?
I think it's trying to incorporate a little bit of a camp colour to try and just make sure everyone feels involved with the LGBTQ or whatever.
Do you want to know the real reason?
Please.
The actual reason that's been publicly stated is it was chosen to reflect the colour of the training kit of the 1966 Women's England
Load of shit.
squad.
So because it was publicly stated that was true, that's the biggest load of bullshit going. It's like a public statement shit we fucked up.
Well, you
trying
made
to
up
increase it.
yours.
Yeah, no, I'm
you
not having
made
that.
up about
Nah,
the purple
I'm not
being
having that.
camp
I'm
and
not
all
having
that.
that. No, I'm not having
It's,
that.
if that was the reason, it'd be rainbow.
No, I wouldn't, because rainbow would be too much. No. At the end of the
Rainbow
day,
would be too what?
I
Finish your
think
thought.
Flags.
Finish your thought.
Rainbow would be too what?
Rainbow would be too obvious that they're being.
Well, I thought it was about making an obvious statement.
Yeah, it was, and I don't agree with it.
But it wasn't obvious though.
It was obvious.
Make your
because
mind
it
up.
caused
Was it obvious or
It was
not?
obvious, yes.
It caused uproar.
Right, let me go. Let me go with my fingers. Get it out of the way because I
Triggered
know you're dying for it. Right, flags are a load of bullshit. They are things for people to just get patriotic
Fucking
behind.
hell, I didn't
A
expect
bit
that
of
stance from
fucking
you.
fabric. Any flag is just a load of shit.
I did not expect that stance from you.
Yeah, and people who get offended by a flag and upset by a flag. However, if you've got to have the one rule across the board, fuck flags off altogether. I think it's fucking stupid and mundane. But if you've got a flag and you've had people get behind it and fight and die for it, then you're going to get people who are offended if that is just passed around. I can understand that from a military point of view, but in general, it's a fucking flag. It's a bit of white thing with a red cross on it. Whatever flag it is, whatever colour it is, I'm wearing it with pride. Are you really that proud about the rock that you just happened to be born on? That. That is what.
Fucking hell, Will. That's the. That is the most progressive and left-wing
That ain't that way. No,
and intelligent thing you've ever said in any episode of this series.
You'll get
And that's
one,
coming off the
mate.
back of a little tantrum you had 20 minutes ago. I'm impressed.
See, did you?
This is what I was going to say to you. I don't need to now because you've said it.
He's fucked it. Even though you said something that's really good, you fucked it up for everyone.
Yeah. National pride. You got any?
Yeah. I like England.
Is it's liking it and it's being proud of it? I'm not proud.
No.
I'm not
It's-
proud to be English.
It's gone downhill now.
I think this country, personally, from my point, I've already said to my significant other, hopefully in 10 years' time, I would love for us to move abroad. If she can get her nursing done, I want to move abroad. I hate this country. It's a cesspit. There is nowhere in this country apart from Cornwall that I'd have any
You could lose round.
time going. I detest this country. I think it's just a shambles, from poor government to poor facilities to poor councils.
You voted for the
to
government.
Not just this government, the governments before. Tony Blair destroyed this country by flooding.
Do you think it's any different anywhere else in the world?
Yeah, I do,
Where?
100%. Australia's different, New Zealand
think-
is different,
you think
parts
that
of
people
America are
weren't-
different, Canada is different.
Do you think there was
You
no
ever been there?
immigration before Tony Blair?
Huh?
Do you think there was no immigration before Tony
No,
Blair?
there was immigration, but it was controlled. It wasn't a Tony Blair,
But
let's
the Tories
vote
have
for
had
that.
13 years to try and fix it.
Yeah, I know, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying here saying
And
the
the best
Tories
they
have done
come
a
up
good
with
job,
is send them to Rwanda.
which I thought was a brilliant idea as a deterrent. But to be fair,
Deterrent.
it's better. It's better than anything the Labour Party would be have done. But equally,
Oh, that
equally,
argument is
no,
fucking- I love
equally,
that.
I think though that
Blame
as I
Corbyn
said,
again.
no, I've said both. I said while I vote Tory, I said it's just the lesser of two evils. All the governments in this country are full of the eating going pricks who've no idea. The credit crisis in this country could be sorted out by Rishi Sunak's wife's credit card. Dead serious. Fucking how much money has she got there? Go sort it out, fix it. They've not got a clue about the common man.
But I agree with you on that.
Yeah, they've not got a clue,
But
whoever it is.
But you'd still vote for him in the election.
Because I wouldn't want Labour to get in. I dread to think. I've seen what Labour did in this country in the 90s and then.
But we've
coming
seen
up
what
with
Tory have done.
had to try and deal with
Tories
it.
have done.
Nigh on impossible fallout.
It's this weird thing that Tories have that I can't vote for.
I'm not a Tory lover. I'm a Labour hater.
I used to be like that.
That's the best way. I don't love the Tories. I think Rishi Sunak.
So
is
why
a
don't you
complete
vote for
dick.
the Green Party?
Yeah.
Because none
Or
of the
Lib
others
Dems.
have never got a chance of getting in.
But if everyone did,
Yeah, I know if everyone did, but it'd be brilliant if everyone loved each
We've
other.
got a
there'd be no
platform
war.
now.
Yeah, brilliant. All right. I'll set up my own fucking party, shall I? Oh, that'd be brilliant, me getting him out.
Oh, yeah.
You'd be late.
Yeah. But no, that's what I think. Yeah, I think.
With the right honourable gentleman, like, I'm not having that. I'm not even gonna. Yeah, I'm not even gonna dignify that with a response.
No, not having it. Not having it. Not having it.
So you can visualise it. But yeah, no. In terms of people getting offended by flags, I think the only people I think that genuinely could get offended
Rolling up a flag on the dispatch.
would be. That is going down. No,
Try to roll like that.
I think people in the military who fought for the country and that they've got a right to be offended in the same way for if they see someone out there wearing medals they haven't earned. I think stolen valour, that's called. I think if you fought, put your life on your line for the country, which they did like in the early 1900s and during the wars, but I think now they're already starting to see now. I think that's how people don't give a shit now about their country. They're talking about shit. The people trying to recruit for the army and the navy and the marines is nigh on impossible at the moment because people don't want to join. Would you really want to fight and give your life for this country? I don't give a shit enough about this country.
For fucking king and country.
No, I respect the people that have got there.
I had a big row with my father at once, mate. He said if you had to get called, I said I'd run. I'm not built for. I haven't got the balls, the mentality, or whatever you want to call it, to join the army.
You try and beat them with wit.
I wouldn't do conscription. I would.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't.
Some people are built
abandoning
for it,
my
I'm
kids.
not.
Yeah, I wouldn't risk abandoning my kids.
I think that's disgusting.
No. I will say, fair play to those
Bring
who do
back
it.
national service? Absolutely fucking not.
Fair play to
No
those
way.
who do it. No, I do bring back national service, but that is not to do with supporting the military. A lot of that is to do with the rigorous training programs and putting through some of the little shits doing nothing better with their lives to put them through 2 years of actually having the chance to build something for themselves.
What is this about national service? Have you seen some of the fucking people that did national service?
Yeah, I know you always.
They're not better people for it.
No.
They're cunts, some of them.
Yeah, some of them can be because you're always going to get
So
cunts.
it's not a. It's not
But also, no,
catch-all fucking solution. is it?
did you ever watch the episodes of Bad Lads Army? It was great. They basically took 20 between, I think they were about between 18 and 30, 20 people,
maybe.
complete dickheads,
Yeah.
and put them through a 1950s style
Right.
army training program. And on average, about 70% of them, when they came out for being wasters, drug dealers, criminal records and this, 60 to 70% of them would go out and do something with themselves. You're always going to get that 30-40% who are beyond hope. But it was actually to see the transformation when they went in there.
Maybe
like,
there's
giving it
another
all large.
solution that would get 90%.
Yeah, sterilise women. Having kids a licence
Well, I
for
don't
one.
think anyone expected that.
I think that, yeah.
So, go back to national pride. History.
Yeah.
Slave trade.
Yeah.
Do you think we should still be held accountable
No, not at all. It
for slave trade?
happened then, and at the end of the day, while there was a lot of negatives about it, there was also some positives. It also gave a lot of people from Africa and that a chance to come over here, start a life, bringing the African culture
impressed.
over here, and get
Well,
away.
you
Well, no,
go
I'm not.
very
No, I didn't
Gary's
say
not
it was
said
all bad.
much.
Well, no,
Gary's
I didn't say it
It's
was
good
a
that
lot
they
of
came over from Africa to train our people.
It's amazing, isn't it?
It was better when Gary wasn't saying
We could have 4 hours of him spouting right-wing shit, yet your one sentence is the thing I have to cut.
No, it's too far gone, slave trade, for us to keep apologising for it. No, we owned half the fucking.
No, I hear that. So, in the same breath, should we still take credit for winning the war?
No, because it's done.
I like the way you said. In the same breath, should we say?
Well, my point is that there's some people out there. Oh, yeah, it wasn't my fucking granddad that had your granddad as a slave. It all happened. Yeah, fucking, we won the war. You can't take credit for one thing in the past, but then disassociate with a bad thing that
Agreed.
happened.
And going back to the EU,
You got to own it all
yeah,
or none of
who
it.
the people who love the EU was so nice to keep and all this. In Germany, you can't make any Nazi references. You can't remind them of their terrible past. You can't remind them of Hitler or mention Hitler or do a Sieg Heil or do a Hitler salute. And I'm not saying you should. I'm saying it's illegal to do the majority of these things. You so much as carbon core German and Nazi, and it's like saying the N-word to a black person.
I thought he was going to say.
No, I won't. No, you're saying that, and it's not. But you can't remind them of what they've done. But come over here and, oh my God, there was that guy in Bristol who was in slave trade. Fucking hell, you guys should be apologised. I'm not going to apologise. It's shit.
I think a lot of the time it's not saying apologise, it's making people aware that we actually have this dark side to our history that a lot of people aren't aware of, and we should teach all of history.
Yeah, it's dark now because times have evolved. It wasn't dark back then.
Don't
it wasn't
make a joke
doing it back then.
dark.
No, I'm not.
No.
No,
It's dark now because of the way the times have changed. In the same way when it used to be homosexuality was illegal. It was dark now, but back then it wasn't. I don't think times change. People get used to it. You can't apologise for times changing.
That's progression.
Yeah, exactly. You can't.
I'm all for it. But you still have to.
Worse,
but you have to learn from your mistakes, and it's not about blaming or anything like that. But you still have to say you can't just paint all of history with rose-tinted fucking glasses. You got to say, okay, Churchill, we won the war, all the rest of it, but he was a bit of a cunt.
Okay, in 40 years'
Teach
time,
both sides of it.
In 40 years' time, the new woke thing is anyone that's done a podcast is a cunt. Oh my God, how dare you? It's up there with racism and all this. You did a podcast, but you put yourself on there and imposed your views on others.
That doesn't
no, hear me out now. Hear me out now. I know it doesn't make sense.
It's not pressing anyone.
No, but either way, here we go. In this hypothetical scenario, I love a
that doesn't
hypothetical.
make sense.
But no, in 40 years, okay, are you then going to go, anyone that saw our podcast of us imposing our views, I'm terribly sorry for what we did at the time. We didn't realise.
I think in 40 years we will be apologising for some of the things on here.
No, Gary will. But no, I don't think that's the case. You can't apologise for that. I'm not apologising. When I was,
you can own it.
When I was 20, you go clubbing and you see a bird in the club and you slap her on the arse. Hello, darling, you want a drink?
You can absolutely own it.
Yeah, and I did that. I'm not going to go back to the same bird if I saw her now and go, I'm sorry for slapping you in the arse 20 years ago, because at the time you fucking loved it.
You can absolutely say, look, I'm fucking sorry, I made that mistake, I shouldn't have done it. You ain't got to make a big deal out of it.
No.
But you can still, by only teaching half of the story, you're not being honest.
I don't believe it.
It depends which half you're teaching.
Yeah, well, if it's the other way around, if you only taught people that Churchill was a cunt and nothing about what he did in the war, then people would be up in arms about it. So you have to teach both sides.
Agreed, yeah.
Why wasn't he very nice, Churchill?
Well, he was pro-slave. He was pretty racist.
He probably had a couple.
He didn't want white. True story. Oh no, you want to go? He didn't want white boxers. I think he made it illegal. We tried banning it. White boxers and black boxers fighting each other in case a white man lost to a black one.
He did some things, but it doesn't change what he did.
No, exactly that. He's still a legend.
But I think you still have to.
Like Maggie Thatcher still.
You still have to teach both sides of what a person did. You know, if now your kids had never heard of Jimmy Savile, and all they knew about him was that, oh yeah, he fucking ran all these marathons and raised all this money for fucking charity. But you didn't tell them about the dark, sordid stuff that he'd done. That's not being honest, is it?
No.
But then you also can't say, well, he was a prolific paedophile that did nothing, because he did raise that money.
I don't think you can.
You have to teach both sides, and it's a horrible. It's difficult to reconcile in your brain.
It's how you teach it as well. It's how you come across as you're not trying to make what he done great because he was an arsehole, but he did do some good because he raised a lot of money.
Yeah, I would argue that he did that good in order to serve his own ends.
Exactly.
But either way, you can't teach half the story. You have to teach the whole story. And people saying, they're trying to erase history. They're not. They're trying to show more history.
I disagree with that.
Of course
you do.
If the unexpected brings a smile, that's a big surprise, surprise, surprise. The unexpected hits you between the eyes. The unpredictable, that's the surprise, you see. Surprise, surprise.
On the basis where, while it's a good idea in concept, you being able to teach both sides of everything, nearly every coin or every lesson to be learned throughout history has a flip side, a devil's advocate, and you'll have to do that with every single thing.
Let's take this to a real local thing.
Go on.
You. People that watch this show that haven't met you are going to have an opinion on your character.
Yes.
They're going to see
Especially
you as
after my flag
a
comment.
sexist, racist, misogynistic, chauvinistic, pro-slave. That's how they're going to see
Thank
you.
you. I agree. Wrong.
That's how they're going to see you.
Yes.
They're not going to see the man that we saw earlier on that gave an extra £1, 1 penny to a charity. They won't see that. But now I've said that,
He will be on
both sides of that are out there now.
Yeah. But no, that's my point. You can play devil's advocate with everything. But if you've got to do it with one thing, you can't just do it with one thing. You've got to do it with everything.
No, I'm saying you should.
Yeah, I know, but
I'm not saying
in terms of
only paint
education,
one
you're
side of
almost doubling the amount of education that's
Fine.
being done. But no, it's not
Be
fine.
more
It's just-
selective what you're teaching.
Yeah, I agreed with that. Agreed with that. But you would have to be really. There's the side. There is a not a defence. There is an alternate angle to come at any story or any bit of information. Sometimes it may not sound well and all this, whether it's to do with Hitler, whether it's to do with extreme examples and things. So much as like thinking really outside the box. Crime against women is terrible, blah 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 blah. But on the flip side, should they be dressing so provocatively and putting themselves in danger walking in back alleys? And I'm not saying that's a correct argument. I'm saying you've got to look at it from
I
both
was gonna
sides.
say, because
You've got to look at it. No. I'm saying you'd have to look at it from both sides. You've got to look at it from both
You can't
angles.
victim blame, can you?
No. But that's my point. Is being you've got to look at it from both sides, and it'll have to be everything.
I don't think
Everything.
there's both two sides to that.
No. I do think there'd be two
I
sides.
think the only
to
person to blame for a man raping a woman is the man.
it. All right, not so much rape then. A man sleeps with a 15-year-old girl. She looks 21. She's told him she's 21. She's got a fake ID, says she's 21. She's all dressed up 21. Bloke sleeps
old's
with
the
her
man?
under the 21.
Does it
Well,
matter?
he's
Well,
21.
it does to a
Yeah, no,
degree.
he does. Yeah, if he's not 50, yeah.
If he's our age
Yeah.
and he's chasing someone that looks 21,
Yeah, no,
I would argue that's a bit.
But he's 21, she's 15, and then she says, "Oh no, I'm underage minor," and he gets 2 years in prison. Now, 100% he's been done there for like child grooming and all this stuff. But from the flip side of that story, should that have been that way?
There was a case and it was dropped because she told him that she was over 18. He met her in a nightclub, so it's door staff's job to check that, and he was cleared of all charges.
Yeah, but it's still it's not so much even the charges, it's the stigma that's attached.
It's a
to
stigma
the rest of
attached.
your life, isn't it? It's probably not done him any
But I
favours.
bet more people remember her than they do him
Agreed, yeah, agreed.
in this particular isolated incident.
But in general, in the big scheme of things with big story, I'm always able to see, believe it or not, I don't always voice them, because a lot of them I don't. I can always see both points, or an alternative
Also, can
supporting
I?
story.
I'm open-minded
Yeah.
and I try and be reasonable and rational.
Oh, I don't. I'll pick a side and I'll fucking go for
we
it.
know.
Yeah. But in terms of stuff like that, it'll be, I think, whether it's to do with our history, with slavery, you can't be apologising for everything, and you need to show both
You
sides.
can apologise. You don't have to be held responsible,
no,
but you
no.
can still apologise.
No. Apologising.
I've apologised on your behalf before,
Apologising is.
and I didn't say what you
I
said.
didn't mean to do it, and I won't do it again. That's what an apology is.
Right?
Definition of apology. Well, I didn't do fuck all. And if it happens again, it ain't fuck all to do with me. I'm not going to go and start slave trade again. So it ain't fuck all to do with me. I'm not apologising.
You're out on a piss with some mate, not us, because we wouldn't do this. You're out on a piss with some mates. One of them gets off his fucking tits, right? Absolutely fucking paralytic. Starts gobbing off to some fucking geezer or some woman in a pub, mouthing off. He's absolutely off his tits. Fucking, he's sick, passes out. You're gonna say, "So sorry about him, love." Aren't you? Exactly. That's
Yeah,
a very
bit,
small.
yeah, I was going to say a bit of a small.
But the principle's
Yeah,
the
on
same.
the principle. On the flip side of that, one thing in all my little rants, you never ever heard me say, I don't think Muslims should apologise for the actions of the terrorists, Muslims, the extreme Muslims.
No.
And that is a thing. It's no
Because
different
even
to them
you're, I
doing
think, even you're
Yeah, no.
intelligent enough to realise that it wasn't all Muslims that
that. Exactly, and
that
it
did that
wasn't
stuff.
all British people that did the slave trade.
Yeah, and it wasn't all Palestinians that bombed Israel.
Go!
England.
It's strange that I laugh at the end of a sentence like that. There's some context there.
Yeah, so England.
So, rugby, that's just happened, hasn't it? How did they get on?
Second or third.
You
Tell
notice
the
I
viewers,
said,
because none of the viewers will know.
you
so
notice
they
I
can
said
share.
they and not we, because I don't take credit for what the England team does.
Yeah, I think second or third. We done alright.
We,
We did.
they
Did you play, did you?
Yeah.
did.
Running.
And of course, it's the Euros coming coming up, isn't it?
Yes, in June.
The men's Euros.
Yeah.
Not to be mistaken with the women's.
Well,
When
it's
is the
Euros.
women's? When is the
You
women's?
have,
At the same
you have
time?
the Euros and then you have the women's Euros.
Do they have at the same time?
I don't know. I don't think anyone cares, to be honest.
I think they do.
No, I think it
People
might
that
be
play.
separate.
And the families.
No. I think it's separate.
Well, so they can book tickets.
No,
Yeah.
it's separate because the men's Euros.
But is it like
Oh.
directly
So the Euros,
afterwards, or does it run simultaneously?
I've no idea.
I'm sure it runs around the same time,
I
doesn't it?
think it's alternate years because the men's competitions are on the even years. World Cups every 4 years, so is the Euros. But
Rugby's on an odd year, isn't it?
yeah, it is. Yeah, I think rugby and women's because they're not that. Well, and it's not a dig, but because they're not that well as anywhere near the following that men's football has. It's sort of cram all the crappy shit, the cricket, the
Yeah,
rugby, and the women's
Euros
football
are
and
also the
stuff.
same year as the Olympics, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
We're going to run out of memory in a minute.
Euros are the same as the Olympics.
Yeah, same years.
Where's the Olympics this year? Is it this year? The Euros this year?
Is this? Is it?
Or is it the World Cup and the Olympics?
No, it's not.
No, it is the Euros, yeah, because World Cup
Oh,
2010,
where the hell is it now?
London 2012.
Is it Brisbane?
Didn't know, because Australia passed it back, didn't they? Because they said about the money or the funding had changed. Whoever...
Someone did, didn't
Paris.
they?
Paralympic. Oh, is it Paris?
Paris.
Oh,
Of
fuck
course
off.
it is.
The Olympics are in Paris?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was the Paralympics, wasn't it? That I think
We'll
Australia...
have to do an Olympics show.
Yeah, we will, yeah. 5 rings. Yep.
4 calling birds.
3.
Bald cunts.
Brilliant.
He don't remember, does he?
2 turtle doves. The fuck? What else was the alternative? Don't start sighing now. Right, anyway, join us next time when we will be discussing lunch. Hey, just a bit
Natural history.
Dinosaurs
What
and
is, what
shit.
is that?
Oh, right. Go on, Bert.
What is natural history, Gal?
Dinosaurs and shit.
Excellent.
Thank you very
And
much.
slavery.
Okay.
Slavery in natural history.
It's natural history, isn't it?
No, it's history.
Yeah, it's
It's
natural.
not
no?
natural history.
Why is it not natural?
Natural animals and
What a
plants.
stupid question.
I'm not having it.
It is a stupid question.
No, not having it. They brought their pets over, didn't they?
They brought their pets over, didn't they?
Yeah, the slaves. They come over with dogs and cats.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they all had.
They brought the fucking widescreen
They all had
tellies.
animals because they couldn't afford to.
How
look
do you
after
get a
themselves.
widescreen? A lot of them had dogs and pets.
No, they didn't.
They did. They.
Oh, here we go.
We'll discuss this on natural history next time when slavery won't be any part of it.
No, thank you very much
yeah.
for watching. Sorry, Bert.
No, you're fine. Don't forget to like.
Subscribe.
Just hit the bell for a minute.
Although some slaves themselves had
Comment
companion animals, slave
and
holding
share.
states
Share.
often criminalise black dog
Find us on
ownership
Patreon.
on the grounds that it constituted possession of a weapon. They wouldn't let them have black dogs because it constituted possession of a weapon. Okay.
Anyway, thank you very much. See you later. Goodbye.
Yeah, take care. And.
Bald Statement starred Rob Lewis, Gary Redfern, and Will Atkins. Recorded at Rob Lewis Music Services Studio in Ipswich, UK. This fantastic theme tune is Rumble by Mojo, edited and produced by Rob Lewis. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and listen again.